Hi, garden friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Era, and this is Gardening on Purpose. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're a subscriber, welcome back. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch my video. I garden in Georgia, Zone 8A, where I do gardening-related videos. I'm at Lowe's. This is not my Lowe's. I'm checking out another Lowe's not too far from me to compare their prices, their inventory, and to ultimately see what they have. Let's check it out. All right, so they have a lot of trees. They have a lot of the crepe myrtles. A lot of them are the same ones I have in my store. Let me see what this one is. The Purple Magic right here, Purple Magic crepe myrtle. They also have the Black Diamond crepe myrtle. And then they have the Ruffled Red Magic. I don't think I have this one at my store. This is the Ruffled Red Magic. All of these are going to be, I believe, $26.98. They also have the Mandevilla here. Really nice. A lot of mine in my store ended up on the clearance rack, but these are still looking great. Right, let's see what else they have. More crepe myrtles, it looks like. What type is this one here? This one is the Tonto Semi-Dwarf Crepe Myrtle. This is going to be $30.98. Looks like it's going to be a smaller one. And let's see what else they have. They have the braided hibiscus, which I also have at my store. Let's see. Yeah, pretty much the same types so far that I see in my Douglasville store. They have a lot of containers with the palms in the center, and then they have the Mandevilla as like a spiller. That's nice. That's going to be $79.98. I'm pretty sure my store also has it. So far, I'm seeing some of the same things, which is okay because, again, it's Lowe's and you're going to see some of the same things. But I'm looking for interesting things that my store might not have. Let's see what else they have. All right. So here we have, again, lantana in a nice barrel container. We have the Proven Winners caladiums. I don't think we have these big ones. I think we have the smaller versions of these. These are from Proven Winners, and it says this container is ready refill. Right, they're starting to make ready for refill too for $19.98. Caladiums don't come back for me unprotected, and I don't really take the time to protect them too much. Then we have the Sun Patience or the New Guinean Patience here. Pretty sure my store has these as well. I'm really liking to see, I'm a big fan of Shine Spirit, guys. Look at all these beautiful Shine Spirit coneflowers. I don't think my store has this one right now. I'm pretty sure they have the Prairie Purple, which I bought. I'm a big fan of the Cheyenne Spirit because it just looks like this. I mean, one plant has all these colors on it, and this is going to be $17.48. I remember Lowe's had this size 1.5 gallon of coneflowers on sale for $15.98, but they only had the Prairie Purple, which is what I ended up getting, right? But these are really nice. They also have a lot of the rudbeckias. Now, this particular one here is the Summerina Ubeckia. This one is $29.98. They don't look the greatest, but this is what it kind of looks like at all of the stores I've been at. It's not this particular store. Now, they also have just a typical rudbeckia here for $17.48. My store also has these. They have the double mint gardenia. I'm pretty sure my store has it too. Looks like they just got this one right here. And then they have this cart with some purple fountain grass that looks like it's being super watered, which is always great to see. And then they have the Uptick Gold Coreopsis up here, which I'm pretty sure my store also has. Uptick Gold and Bronze Coreopsis, a really nice, pretty one. They have a lot of the Summerific Cookies and Cream Hardy Hibiscus, which I have in my garden, which I got from my store. These are going to be $29.98. That brings through with all the stores having the same kind of price. Love these because of these dark, really nice dark foliage, and then you have the white flower. Some of them actually are pink and some of them are red, but it looks like they only have the Cookies and Cream Summerific from the folks at Proven Winners. They got some rough looking pineapple popsicle red hot pokers. Now these can be cut back. These can actually bloom all the way down to the frost, but you have to cut it back to give these guys a chance to really come out. You see how this guy here, which are bees really truly enjoying. Now this guy here is almost done. This one here is pretty much done. This is almost done. And these guys are trying to come out. So what I would do, I would cut the spent blooms back so to give these guys a chance to really look good. And this plant is a very strappy plant, so you kind of have to take care of it to make it look better. But my store also has these, the pineapple popsicle red hot poker from the folks at Monrovia. All right, further over we have this guy here, which I believe my store has too, but this one is the Spin Top Yellow Touch Blanket Flower. I'm sorry, yes, Yellow Touch. This one is $13.48, right? And it has more of an orangey color. I'm a big fan of these. I have the Spin Top Red, and they do really, really well. They are not the longest living perennial, and they do reseed, but they are loved by the bees, and my store has a different varieties of these. Lots of the lantana. This is not their perennial. This will not come back unless protected. And this one here is $13.98. I'm a big fan of lantana. They enjoy the heat. This is one of the plants that no matter how hot and humid it gets in Georgia, it will not wilt. It will not cry out for help. It will not cry for water. All right, let's see what else they have. They have some phlox, it looks like, coming up here. So they have the Sweet Summer Fantasy Phlox. I don't think I saw these at my store this year. I'm pretty sure I saw it before. But this one is a perennial, of course. I'm a big fan of phlox. Phlox doesn't get a lot of glory like it should. In my yard, my phlox bring in the bees, guys. They do well, and they don't have that powdery mildew. Here we have the Sweet Summer Festival Phlox again. This one here is more of a pinky one, and then they have the more of a purpley pink one. Really, really nice. On this card, we have the purple fountain grass, which pretty much all the Lowe's have, right? And pretty much the same price. This is a zebra. I'm pretty sure I showed you the zebra grass the other day, and this looks like lemongrass. Let's just double check. Yes, lemongrass right here. So far, a few things they have that I don't have, but let's keep on going to see what else they have. More of the grass like perennials or annuals, and I have all of these, and they have the maiden grass, which I believe I also have. Then they have the lily turf, which I know I have. I get this a lot on my store, and sooner or later mine are going to end up on clearance because, you know, people like flowers now. People are not actually outside. This is a good time when the stores are not watering and the plants are not looking great, and they end up on the clearance rack. All right, let's see. Oh, let's go further down here. They do have their little Encore azalea table. You know, guys know I'm a big fan. Let's see, they have the same ones that I do. Yeah, they have the autumn sangria right here. All right, they have the autumn sunburst right here, which is a nice orangey, not orange, but I would say maybe a peachy salmony color, right? And they have them in different sizes, the 1 gallon, 2 gallon, 3 gallon. They have the autumn carnation. All these I have at my store, and of course one of my favorites is the autumn twist. My ultimate favorite really is the autumn carnation and the autumn lily, but I am big fan of the autumn twist as well. As you can see, they have all different sizes. All right, so they have a whole section here, butterfly bushes. Let's see what type of butterfly bushes they actually are. Oh, this one is the Psychedelic Sky Butterfly Bush. I definitely do not have this at my store. This is going to be $24.98, and it has this really nice bluey purple look right here. Okay, and this one might be trippy pink. Let me just double check. Yes, I recognize that because I have this in my yard. I had bought 2, got them on clearance from my store, and gave away one of them. And just like clockwork, here are the bees. I am a big fan of trippy pink butterfly bush because it does really, really well in my garden. And it looks like this. And it has this really nice fragrance as well. So moving further up, for whatever reason, I'm noticing this. The psychedelic butterfly bush is on a stake. That's interesting. I wonder what the story is here. I've never had to put a butterfly bush on a stake, but that might be a thing. I'm definitely going to look it up and put a note on the screen if I figure out. It sounds like it might grow big. Let me just see how tall it gets. Interesting. It's saying 4 to 6 feet by 4 to 5, which is not a really tall butterfly bush compared to the ones that I have. I have a nano purple and nano blue, but as you can see, they all have a stake. So that might tell a story about the psychedelic guy right here. And then they have the Distilium. I have Distiliums in my yard. Let's see what I mean, not my yard, but my store. Let's see what type this one is. Okay, this one is Cinnamon Girl, which I'm pretty sure I have in my store. And then this looks like it's going to be an Abelia right here. First edition Abelia. Yeah, I recognize it as an Abelia, but I definitely don't have this one in my store. This one is saying it's the Vanilla Brandy. Vanilla Brandy Abelia. That's interesting. I have the Kaleidoscope Abelia, and I have the Canyon Creek, and I have the Rose Creek, and all of them are doing great, but I've never seen the Vanilla Bean. I'm sorry, Vanilla Bean. The Vanilla Brandy by the folks at First Editions. Let me know if you have. And then this one here is a chase tree, it looks like. Queen Bee Chased, guys. That's what this one is. I have two types of chase trees in my yard. I don't remember the name of the variety right now, but they do really well. They actually bloom purple for me, and the bees really, really like them. All right, here we have some more Distilium. Is this the same type? Okay, so this one is Vintage Jade, which I know my store has. And then moving on, we have Gardenia. This is Big Beauty Gardenia, guys. $29.98. Gardenias are an evergreen here in the South. They smell really, really amazing. Here is an arborvitae, which I know my store does not have. This one is the Planet Earth arborvitae. I haven't seen it. I don't know if this is a new thing, but the Planet Earth arborvitae is from the folks at First Editions. Really, really nice looking arborvitae. And then we have this guy here, which is the Lemon Burst. I'm just starting to see this at another store. I don't think I have it at my store, but this is a really, really nice guy right here. Then moving on, we have what looks like a camellia. Let me just double check. Nope, it is not a camellia. It is a viburnum. Interesting. It's called Perfume. This guy here, Perfume, guys. That's interesting, viburnum. Now, I do have the Chinese snowball viburnum, and that guy is growing, growing, growing. I'm a big fan of them. They bloom early in the spring in my yard, but I'm pretty sure my store doesn't have this really, really nice looking plant. And the one in my yard that I bought from, I think I bought it from Home Depot for $12 in a perennial markdown. That guy is literally like 20 times the size that I bought it. It's really, really pretty. Okay, so they have the Summer Cascade wisteria. I don't believe my store has this guy. Let me just show it what it looks like. Summer Cascade. This guy here is a wisteria, which means it's a vine, which means it needs a trellis. I have my wisteria on a trellis. One of them is not doing too great and might have died. $29.98 at this Lowe's. We have Galactic Pink Chase Tree. Again, I don't believe I have this at my store though. This one is going to be, looks like it's going to be $26.98. I'm a big fan of the Chase Tree. Now we have some Lower Pedalum, which my store has a lot of them. And of course, we have the Lemon Lime Nandina, which I struggled with at first, but I think once I took it out the ground, it struggles for me in the ground for whatever reason, which is really strange. Once I put it in a container, it is really catching its stride. They have it here for $24.98. Just like my store, they have a lot of their screening shrubs, guys, arborvitaes here. And then they have a lot of the recurve privets. They have a lot of hollies. Nothing different from what I have over here. And then you have the dwarf Burford holly, which I have in my garden. This is a dwarf Burford holly right here, $22.98. And of course, we have the wintergreen boxwoods for $10.98. All right, and then moving over further, we have Indian hawthorn right here, Eleanor Indian hawthorn for $21.98. We have this guy here, which is the olive martini iliacnus, which I also have in my yard, and they also have the sunshine ligustrum. They've got the pink chiffon rose of Sharon. My store does have the pink, they have the white, and they do have the blue, right? And then we have the duet rose. They have a lot of the duet roses here, which is a rose, and then there's two different roses on one. And these are going to be $26.98. And then, of course, they have a whole rose rack, right? All the knockout roses are here. I don't want to go into too much detail about it because we all know and love the knockout rose. They have a legacy collection rose here. Really, really nice. They have this really nice pink. They need to be cut back. They need to be pruned back a little bit so they can catch their bearings again. They're in the container. They're getting burnt up in this heat. But yeah, this is what they have right now at this store in this section. Okay, so they do have the kaleidoscopeabilia here as well. And then they have, it's very rare I see this carex here, the Everillo. I have the Everest, the ones that are more of a green, and I like these, and I have these in my yard, but I'm waiting on my store to get it so I can get it on clearance. They have a spirea. This particular one here is the lime mound. I've never seen this before. Lime mound spirea, full sun plant. I don't have any spireas at all in my yard. I just haven't gotten around to buying them. A lot of you in my comments have suggested to get a certain variety that does really, really well. This is from Monrovia, and I'm pretty sure they bloom in the spring. But let me know if you have this particular one here. They have this at this store, and then they also have this guy here, a snow mound spirea. Their guy right here, snow mound spirea right there, guys. This is what it looks like. Really, really pretty. I like this bluey gray foliage they have at this store. I definitely don't have this at mine. Oh, this is really, really nice. This is the Emerald Spreader Japanese Yew. Oh, YEW. This is really, really nice. I'm a big fan. This is a whole $73 though. I don't think I would buy that at that particular price, maybe on clearance. This guy here is really expensive, but it's really nice, really healthy looking. Let me know if you have this guy in your yard or at your store. Also here, they have this guy here, which is the Feeling Blue Deodar Cedar. Ah, interesting. This looks like it's going to be a spreader. I definitely have no space for a spreader, but it actually is a really, really pretty, pretty plant. $110 in price. And we're going to keep it moving then. This beauty here, I love it. This one here is the Blue Shag Eastern White Pine. There it is right there. Really, really nice. Now, there's one that's not taken to kindly to what's going on here, but the others do look great. Really, really like that. They seem to have a lot of Monrovia here and very nice, healthy looking. Another Monrovia they have here is the Dark Horse Weigela. I've heard people pronounce this Wigala, but I think I'm gonna stick with Weigela for now. This beauty here is really, really nice. Again, you know me, I like dark foliage plants, right? And especially when it's dark and the foliage and the flowers itself is another type of a deep decadent red or pink. Now, they're not flowering right now, but based on what that says or looks like, I can imagine I would really, really like that guy. Another Monrovia, guys. This is the Ever Red Fringe Flower. There it is right there. Ever Red Fringe Flower, which is in the lower pedalum. And this guy is a healthy looking guy. How much is it though? I'm not buying it though. $27.98. Looks like it's in a 2.5 gallon. And what is this guy here? Ah, look, they have the Eastern Snowball Viburnum. I'm a big fan of Viburnum. A lot of people confuse them for hydrangeas. They do have different types. And now these are not in bloom, obviously, because these kind of bloom a little bit earlier. And these look like they require part sun. Really, really nice. Full to partial sun. Now look at this guy here. I don't see this at my Lowe's. This is going to be a Feeling Blue again, Deodar Cedar. But this guy is a little bit higher up. He's not spreading as much as the other one that I had. But this one is going to be $137. Then they have the Highlights Arborvitae. Now I have this at my store, but not as big as this one here, and not this brand. $79, guys. This is great for hedges, great for multi-season beauty. I am really, really impressed with this Lowe's, guys. I just might come out here a little bit more often. Let me know how your Lowe's does and with some of these plants. Have you seen interest in plants? Really, really nice. Now I see one more place that I need to check. Finally, they have the October Magic Orchid Camellia. This is a beauty. I don't have it in my yard. I do have the Shishi Gashira, but I don't have this one here, but I am tempted to get it, but I'm going to wait until my store has it. And then they have the Red Sky Holly, this beauty here. I guess the reason they're calling it Red Sky is because the new foliage has a little bit of a reddy burgundy new foliage. Really, really nice. All right, guys, that is pretty much it from me here at the Marietta Lowe's. Let me know if this is your Lowe's and how things are going for you in your garden. Are you getting some really good plants? Do they have a lot of clearance? Do they do markdowns? Let me know what you think, guys. Please like, please share, and please subscribe. Remember to hit that notification bell so you can be alerted on all my new videos. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.